Hi, first grade. Welcome back to your second week of remote learning and our third math lesson. So we're going to continue working with the height of different penguins and birds so that we can get some practice with those measurements and comparing heights to find out which one is greater. So our target today is I can compare heights and determine which is greater. So remember, we worked a little bit last week on creating inequality statements. We had the height of a flamingo, the height of an emperor penguin, and the height of a little blue penguin. And I asked you guys to use your greater than, less than, or equal to signs to create an inequality statement. So when we're chunking it, 48 is greater than 45. And when we chunk these two, 45 is greater than 16. So we're going to do something similar today. I need you to grab your student book and you're going to be on page 48 and 49. So take a pause if you need to grab those materials. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right, so we're looking at page 48 in your student book. And we've done something very similar in the past with these measurements. So we should be pretty familiar about how to fill out these rulers, these measuring strips. And because we don't have our height strips like we did when we were in class, we're going to continue to use the height of a flamingo. So down here where it says my height, we're just going to write flamingo. Okay, so that we, because we have that number and we don't have to use any of our time measuring. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is fill out the height of an emperor penguin. So remember, an emperor penguin is 45 inches tall, and we want to be effective, efficient counters. We don't want to take a lot of time having to count out each one of these. So we know that we can count by 10 because in the number 45, there are 4 10s and 5 1s. So each of these dark lines represents 10. So we have 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. And I had you guys do that warm-up counting video with Jack Hartman this morning just so that you could get some practice with counting by 10s again since it's been a little while. So if I know there's 4 10s and 5 1s in the number 45, I know right away that I can count by 10 4 times. I don't have to count each of these individual lines to get me to 10. Instead, I can say 10, 20, 30, 40. So I've hit my 4 10s and 5 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 45. All right, if we remember, guys, the height of a flamingo was 48 inches. And again, we look at the number 48, we know that there are 4 10s and 8 1s. So I know that I can count to 10, count 4 10s before I have to start counting individual ones. So I'm going to do the same here for my flamingo. I'm going to say 10, 20, 30, 40. I can't go up to 50 because I only have 4 10s. So now I have to go and count individual ones. So 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. That's the height of our flamingo. All right, and then in our last column, we have the little blue penguin. The little blue penguin is 16 inches tall. So if we look at the number 16, we know right away we have 1 10 and 6 1s. So I want you guys to go ahead and fill out the measuring strip for the little blue penguin. Go ahead and pause the video so that you have some time to fill this out, and then we're going to move on to number 2 together. All right, if you needed a little bit more time to fill out that measuring strip, I want you to pause it and then come back and join us again. All right, friends, so we're on to number 2. So here's where we're going to get some more practice with those inequality signs. So greater than, less than, or equal to. Again, because we don't have our own measuring strips, we're going to use the height of a flamingo. So cross out my height and write in flamingo. Okay, so again, we remember that an emperor penguin is 45 inches. A little blue penguin is 16 inches. And then on either side, we're going to be comparing the height of a flamingo, which is 48 inches. All right, so I'm not going to give you guys the answers. I want you to take some time and practice using those inequality signs and tell me, is 48 greater than, less than, or equal to 45? And is 16 greater than, less than, or equal to 48? All right, so I want you guys to finish that off. Go ahead and pause if you want to do that right now. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the rest of your directions. Okay, number 3, write the heights of the 2 penguins and your height from shortest to tallest. So remember, when we're talking about your height, we're actually going to use the height of the flamingo. Okay, so you're going to put all 3 of those numbers in an inequality statement. You guys had to do this the other day, so I'm hoping that this comes pretty easily to you guys. But you need to make sure that you're putting the numbers in the correct spots because they've already given you the inequality signs. This means less than. Okay, so you're going to write an inequality statement. Something is less than something. Something is less than something. Okay, all right, and then your job is to figure out how much taller, let's say, is the little blue than the emperor. So they want you to compare your height to the height of one of these penguins. But again, we don't have those measuring strips, and we've already compared the height of an emperor penguin and a flamingo. So I want you guys to compare the height between an emperor penguin and a little blue penguin. Okay, and show me down here how you solved that problem. So you can use numbers, you can use pictures, you could think of a number line. This equation is a little different than what we're used to. We haven't done any kind of borrowing, so I want you to find an efficient strategy to find the difference between 45 and 16. Remember, when we're finding the difference, we're doing subtraction. Okay, so this equation means the exact same as this. So tell me the difference between 45 and 16. And down here at the bottom, you're going to tell me how many inches taller the emperor penguin is than the little blue penguin. All right, so really quick, let's go back and review what you have to do. So on your own, crew, you are filling out this measuring strip for the little blue penguin. You are filling out the inequality statement for the flamingo versus the emperor and the little blue versus the flamingo. You guys are going to write an inequality statement using all 3 of the heights between the penguins and the flamingo. And then you're going to tell me the difference between the emperor penguin and the little blue penguin. Okay, down here you have lots of room to show me how you solved that problem. All right, first grade, go ahead and get to work. Take a picture of both of your student book pages, and I'll give you some feedback in Dojo. See you soon.